Are you looking at some different options of different CRMs out there and wondering how you can keep your real estate business more organized? Watch this video and I'm going to share some different options with you and explain the potential of each of them. Thank you so much for being here. For more tips on how you can better your real estate business through the power of technology, then please click on that subscribe button below and hit the bell to be notified of when I post a new video every single Wednesday. I myself went years without a CRM. I was flying by the seat of my pants, and honestly, I don't know how I did it. Ever since I've gotten a CRM, my production has went way up and I'm way more organized and way more efficient. So let's go over some options and show you what we have. All right, so you're wondering, what options do we have? Well, I'm cheating today. I've got some notes on my phone. I did some research for you, but then I just wrote them all down here. I'm not smart enough to keep it all up here. But first one is Top Producer. Top Producer is actually the longest running CRM. It was in the business when I got into it 16 years ago. Yes, I've been in the business 16 years ago. I get that a lot. But it was one that was there at that time, and I think it's even been going longer than that. So it was kind of the original and the only one. And they've done some changes along the way. I know when I first was looking at it, the interface of it was, to be honest, terrible. It was looked like it was back from the 80s. But I do believe they've done some improvements since then. So some of the top points for Top Producer is that it connects with your social media, so you can see profiles of all your contacts, see what they're up to on social media. It integrates with your MLS so that you can have all your listings within the Top Producer platform. There's built-in texting and emailing with the history. Your own personal coach. I do not know exactly how this works, but it does sound interesting. And there's also plenty of integrations with your email, calendar contacts, and even lead gen websites. So if you have a bunch of websites where you're getting leads off of, you can connect it to those, and those leads just come into your CRM automatically. So that sounds pretty cool. Another one is Follow Up Boss. Follow Up Boss I've mentioned on a couple other videos I've done as well with CRMs. If you want to see any of them, you know what to do. Click on the button here and you can see another video I did. But with Follow Up Boss, basically it's in the name. Follow Up Boss is amazing at just follow-up. That's what it does well and what it does best. So they concentrate on all their time on just making sure you're following up with these contacts and you're in constant reminder of which contacts you have, and that you're always following up with them. Another note here, it also integrates with 200 plus lead generation sites so that your leads come into the system automatically. So again, kind of like Top Producer, but they have a lot more integrations. So basically any lead generation site you know about, Follow Up Boss can probably integrate with it, and it's going to bring it into the system. So from there, it does the best with letting you know when to follow up, like I said, and it does a ton of tracking and keeps you accountable so you can close more leads and sell more homes. So basically it just does a good job of, hey, you haven't contacted this person in a while, you need to contact them, get in front of them again, and yeah, that's go check out Follow Up Boss if you want to really up your lead generation game and like I said, make more sales. Who doesn't want to make more sales? Go find Follow Up Boss and it'll do just that. What CRM do you currently use? Comment below and let me know. Couple more CRMs that I can recommend to you, and I've done away with my phone this time because I've used both of these, and one I still currently use, so I can tell you a lot more about them. The first one is Contactually. I used that a few years ago, and what Contactually does well, again, is somewhat the follow-up process of reminding you who you need to speak to. You can take all your contacts, integrate them into Contactually, and then from there you put people into what they call different buckets. So you can have a bucket saying, I want to speak to these people every 90 days. This group I want to speak to every 30 days. This one maybe I want to speak to on a weekly basis. You put all those people in there, and then after that is all set up, the system does everything it needs to do. It sounds very simple, but trust me, if you tried to do this on your own, you're going to overwhelm yourself. It does all the calculations, and it knows, okay, you need to speak to these 5 or these 10 people today. You speak to them, you check it off, it's done. Then it remembers in the system, okay, you now don't have to talk to that person again for another whatever you set them up for, a week, 30 days, 90 days, it can be as many days, could be a year, whatever you want. Every single day it tells you people that you should be contacting because you have not taken however long it is since you've contacted them. So as you can see, it's a really great one. It takes a lot of thinking out of the game, and it's just a good system to keep in touch with your customers. I did use that for years. Like I said, from there I felt like I needed to step up my game. I needed something more. I needed more than just constant contact with customers. I needed to keep track of my transactions, my listings that I have. I needed reminders of when to get a hold of people, not just leads or potential leads. I needed to be keeping in touch with the customers that I have already, and that's why I went and made the switch from Contactually to Realvolve. So now today I use Realvolve. Again, you can check out another video where I do a review on Realvolve, and it just walks you through in that video the whole process of kind of some different things in Realvolve. But just to give you a trimmed down, shortened version of it, it keeps your contacts in there, it keeps your transactions, it keeps your listings in there, and from there it can do anything and everything. Whatever you can think of, it will do. So you just have to build the system. Now, I do warn people that it does take a bit of time to set up, because you got to put it in there saying, they're called workflows. So you can set up a workflow and say, every time I do this workflow, these are the tasks that I want it to do. And you can, that's the beauty of this program, you set those up yourself. So it's not like a pre-done one with many other CRMs where it's like, you have to do this. You can make it your own. And you can have it to send an email at a certain time, to send a text to somebody, just to remind you to talk to the person, send out a certain video. It integrates with BombBomb. And the nice thing with it is now when I list a property or I have a transaction, it walks me through the exact same process every time, and that customer's getting the exact same level of experience. So when they list their house with me or their friend lists their house with me, it's identical. They're getting weekly updates from me. They're getting videos sent every step of the way to know what process they're in, what they need to do next, when they need to contact their lawyer, if they're a buyer, when the home inspection needs to get booked, when paperwork's getting sent off to their mortgage person. I take care of all that for them, and it's done at the same time all the time. So there's that level of consistency. You guys have heard it before, big on consistency. When you have consistency, everything just falls into place, and it's so much easier. So really, I do recommend checking out Realvolve. I've said it before, it's the juggernaut of all real estate CRMs. It's pretty much got everything built into one. It does take time to learn. It does take time to build it. It took me about probably a month, if not longer, to build it exactly how I wanted. But now that it's built, I sleep great at night. I no longer lay awake thinking about things I forgot to do, because I know it tells me the tasks every day, and I know nothing was missed. No one was left behind. And for that, like I said, I sleep a lot better. So check out Realvolve, and if you have any more questions on it, just comment, let me know. So now that you know some good CRM options, but maybe you're wanting to fill those options with some leads. If so, then you're going to want to click on the link in my description below. In there, I have my free Facebook lead ad checklist, and this thing walks you through step by step on how to set up an effective Facebook ad so you have leads coming in the door. And when you're done here, don't forget to watch my prior videos I've done on CRMs here and here. And if this was beneficial, please guys, give me a like, click that subscribe button, and share with your fellow realtor friends. Bye!